Hey everybody, NG5 here, and the reason why I took down the previous live stream wasn't because of any apparently parts of the live stream that I did a couple hours ago were suspended because I apparently didn't give the original clip creator, like I said, I briefly mentioned that it was for entertainment purposes only, but I guess some people just don't get it, which is just complete and utter fucking bullshit. Um, I'll still say it for tomorrow, so don't worry. That particular live stream is going to happen. I just had to delete it because someone was like, "Oh, even though I clearly said in the description and in between clips and all that I'm using this for entertainment purposes only." Apparently, some people just can't get the fucking hint that I'm doing it for entertainment purposes only and not trying to make a profit. I don't even know how to make a profit on YouTube. This is just for fun. So, I don't know. So anyway, let's get to the skivvy of it. I'm going to make it brief. Ghostbusters 2. I know I would have a lot of other people with me, but let's just cut to the chase. So it's the sequel to the original Ghostbusters, and you have two villains in the movie. You have the ghost villain named Vigo the Carpathian, and then you also have the human villain, which is the mayor's assistant. His name's Jack something. I can't remember his last name. It's definitely a German name. So, yeah, there's that bit. And the whole subplot of the movie is the Ghostbusters have kind of been sued by the city because of all the collateral damage they've caused, so they're temporarily out of business after their first big save in 1984. Fast forward 5 years later, the Ghostbusters, like I said, are out of business. However, they start to realize there's this negatively charged ectoplasmic residue oozing up underneath New York City. And it's negatively charged, meaning if you get drenched in this particular ectoplasm, you are going to be the most piss-angry person on the planet. So the Ghostbusters venture down there. They have Ray go down to grab a sample, and he inadvertently causes a blackout. Ghostbusters are arrested, and they're charged with all kinds of, charges. And during the courtroom, a jar of ectoplasm bursts or whatever, or it explodes, and out pop the Scalaria brothers, basically making the prosecutor's case null and void because of ghosts. Ghostbusters are put back on the map, but the mayor's assistant is constantly trying to interfere and eventually puts the Ghostbusters into a psychiatric ward, upon which the mayor's assistant gets fired. Now, Vigo the Carpathian is using the negatively charged slime, which leads to the the Manhattan Museum of Art, and he's got a little minion named Janos Poha doing his dirty work. So he's got, and in the movie, Vigo also, I guess he wouldn't mind control or possess Ray, but it's like a plan B, basically. He uses Ray as a potential fail-safe mechanism. But the Ghostbusters are able to battle their way back, and they use the Statue of Liberty and some positively charged slime on the Statue of Liberty. And they're basically able to use Lady Liberty to break through the slime shell around the art museum and confront Vigo. Vigo initially gets the upper hand, and also Janos is drenched in positively charged slime to get rid of any negative effects from Vigo. And Vigo is also kidnapped Dana Barrett's infant son, I think, to try to possess him and kind of rekindle his evil empire of sorts. But then the Ghostbusters get the upper hand when the New York residents start singing the Auld Lang Syne to help herald in the new year. And they save the baby, and then Vigo, in a last-ditch effort, possesses Ray, but then they use the slime blowers and the proton packs to put Vigo back into this painting and basically destroy him. So that's basically Ghostbusters 2 in a nutshell. Again, the reason... No, I don't... Okay. I'm not going to let anyone join. I just want to make this a very quick live stream. But basically I had 3 other people in here. And we all agreed that that Ghostbusters 2 is good, but not great. It definitely builds up a lot of stuff. Also, I forgot to mention Lewis, who was this walking too much information person in Ghostbusters 1, becomes the Ghostbusters attorney and accountant in Ghostbusters 2. He's much more intelligent, and he's a lot more relatable. Towards the ending of the movie, he actually dons a Ghostbusters jumpsuit. Let's see. Yeah, he actually starts using his proton pack against the slime shell, and everyone outside's like, "Wow, good job, you did it!" And he's like, "I'm a Ghostbuster," and that was an awesome moment. But yeah, the reason why I decided to redo this tonight was I was looking through the YouTube Studio app, and it said the stream was suspended due to some violation. I'm just like, screw it, and I deleted it. Because apparently, even though I clearly said in the description and throughout the entire video, I was saying I was using the clips for entertainment purposes only, with no intent for profit whatsoever. But apparently someone got upset because I used their clip, even though I said it belongs to them. And, I'll still use clips and say the YouTube name and say that it belongs to them tomorrow when I review Apollo 18, which is a really good found footage horror film. But yeah, I had to get that off my chest because I'm really pissed off that when you clearly say you were using it for fun only, and then it's like, oh, this part has been suspended. Fuck you, whoever is just like so protective of your precious clip, when I clearly said I was going to use it for entertainment purposes only, not for profit. It's yours. I'm just using it for fun. But no, you had to go and be like, oh, this person's using it for some weird reason, and thanks a fucking lot, you fucking piece of shit. Sorry, I'm getting angry for no reason. Well, actually, no, I am angry for a reason, because you say something and then they go around and be like, oh, no, he did this intentionally, when I clearly mentioned it in the description and during the live stream that I was using it for entertainment purposes only. I hate that. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to be using clips, and I will be crediting you and saying that it's for entertainment purposes only. So, yeah. I'm still looking forward to Apollo 18. This is honestly one of my personal favorite found footage horror movies. But back to Ghostbusters 2. Again, it's a good film, not a great one, but it definitely is one of the best. Let's see. I don't have my glasses on, so it's a little hard to see. Well, Orpheus, you would feel the same way if you were doing a live stream and then it gets this, parts of it get suspended for some stupid reason. I just have to get that off my chest. So anyway, Ghostbusters 2, the skivvy of it. It's a good movie. Not a great movie, but definitely builds on what Ghostbusters 1 was all about. You have a little bit of character developments here and there, which is good. Let's see, what else? The one thing I will say is a little bit odd is, actually, I don't really have anything bad to say about Ghostbusters 2. The only beef I have with those two movies is in the first one, where it was, how do you go from being like ghost hunters from like the Sci-Fi Channel to using unlicensed nuclear accelerators on your back? That's the one thing that I would say is the only beef I have with the franchise so far. Anywho, um, just want to make a brief recap of Ghostbusters 2. I will have more guests for the upcoming days. Tomorrow, I will be once again reviewing Apollo 18. The day after, I will be looking at the SCP Foundation. Hopefully, you guys tune in for that. That's going to be a fun one because there's all kinds of things out there that are just like crazy in that universe. But again, Ghostbusters 2, good movie. And for crying out loud, if I use a clip, I will credit you saying that it's yours and that it's for fun purposes only. God, I hate that when people are the anti-fun police on YouTube. Not saying YouTube's bad, but it's just like, oh, he's using my clip for the... Ugh. Anyway, I don't want to get off on a tangent right now. I'm just saying I would recommend watching Ghostbusters 2 because it still has some good content in it. And it's a comedy horror flick, so it has a nice balance. I forgot to mention that too. What else is there to say? I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss for words and a little tired, honestly. So, yeah. It's gonna be a fun one for the next couple of days. So, yeah. If I use your clip, I will credit you. I don't know how many times I have to say that, but I'll keep saying it until people finally get the fucking hint. Phooey. But yeah, Ghostbusters 2, definitely a movie to pick up. But obviously, watch the first one first. That way you don't walk into it and be like, what the heck is happening? Because if you watch 2 before 1, you're just going to be scratching your head for the first couple of minutes. So yeah, Ghostbusters, both of them are good movies, and see you tomorrow. And stay healthy.